Well, tonight, new data shows in some ways driving in Connecticut has gotten safer. Overall traffic deaths went down by more than 13% last year. But when you take a closer look, some types of driving deaths, traffic deaths like bike or pedestrian deaths, are trending upward. Fox 61's Stephen Reels took a deep dive into the numbers and explains how we got here.
We are told that the final 2025 numbers will be processed on Monday before they are released. But I did get a chance to sit down with Eric Jackson, who's the executive director of the Connecticut Transportation Institute, and he shared some of those numbers with me. Right now, the Connecticut Crash Data Repository only shows the data going up until December 17th. But in that time, it did say that there were 256 traffic deaths in Connecticut in 2025, and that's 50 less than that same time in 2024. However, Jackson told me the final number for 2025 is expected to be 270, and that is down 42 from 2024. But that also means that in those 2 weeks in 2025, we saw 14 traffic deaths, and that was almost twice the amount we saw in that same time frame in 2024. However, this would mean it's the first time since 2022 the year-end traffic deaths did not go over 300. 2022, by the way, was the worst at 366. Jackson tells me a lot of this has been thanks to the safety measures the state has been investing in over the past year, like more police enforcement, wrong-way detection, and red light cameras have made people drive more responsibly. Jackson says the key to continue this trend will be how new technology will be used.
Is that automatic emergency braking? We're seeing that come in more standard into vehicles. But are there clearer lane markings? Are there more ways we can do automated enforcement? Are there ways that we can roll out some new technologies that kind of are a little more forgiving when drivers make mistakes behind the wheel that will mitigate some of the losses that we see out on the roadways?
Pedestrian and bicycle deaths are also up, but Jackson tells me those numbers are a little more complex to break down. Both are higher than what the average has been over the past 5 years, and part of this is because how big cars have gotten. But this is some of the data the Connecticut Department of Transportation gave me, and you can see it right there that there were twice the amount of bicyclists who died compared to the year before, going from 4 to 8 in 2025. But pedestrian deaths are at about the same in 2025 compared to 2024. In fact, there were about 2 less in 2025. But again, this data only goes up to December 17th, so overall this stat could change. But once we get the details of the final numbers of 2025, we will update you on air and online. In Hartford, Stephen Reels, Fox 61.